conference will indeed take place.
We'll keep you updated. Check our website www.galaxyfm.co.ug about what's happening. Away from that, what else do we have?
Away from that, let's talk about your security guards. The police spokesperson Fred Enanga is saying the Directorate of Crime Intelligence is going to start looking into incidences where security guards are sedated. Because he's saying that most of them are accepting free food and drinks, and then in the process, just recently, I think over the weekend, there was an incident in Busoga, Mugweri, where two guards were approached by a woman who gave them sodas. One, I think, was given Mirinda, and another was given something to eat, and they accepted it generously. This was around a SACCO offices. So after these guys ate, the two guards, they fell asleep, and then this woman and her friends went and took a safe that had about 17 million shillings. So they're saying this is too much, because just last week, also the previous week, there was another incident at a Pepsi depot where two guards again were sedated.
In Kanoni Town Council, Gomba District, these ones also were sedated with chloroform, and which enabled the thugs to carry a safe which had about, it is the safe of at the Pepsi depot that had 17 million shillings. I'll find out the amount which was stolen from Bugade Sacco and give it to you. So the thugs, after sedating the thugs, they stole the safe, took it 2 kilometers away to Wasinda village, where they broke it and took the cash. A rifle that belonged to the private security guards was just abandoned.
Behavior, no. Sounds fishy.
Yeah, Auntie Dan for him is saying that we are going to start carrying out. We have been letting this pass, thinking that these guys are innocent, but it's becoming too much. The systematic way that these guys are always sedated, and robbery happens, and then they turn out to be innocent.
Uganda is a movie. Away from that, what else do we have?
Away from that, police has made some strides on an incident where a school director was killed in a lodge and his body was dumped elsewhere.
School director in a lodge killed?
Yes. This
school
was
director?
A guest house, yes.
In a lodge?
In Nansana,
okay.
Yes. A guest house in Nansana. The deceased, apparently, I think it was around 3rd of September when his body was discovered dumped by police. And the wife had also reported a case of a missing person, that my husband is missing. The director of a school called Victoria Senior Secondary School in Nansana.
Yes.
So apparently the last place that this man was seen was walking into Nansana Inn. And when he walked in, a woman who was about 23 years old came on a board and joined him. Shortly after, the chick left, and then they discovered his body was dumped. So the owners of the guest house plotted to throw, according to Luko Esigire, these people plotted to throw the body on the street or somewhere so that they are not held liable for what has happened. So when they discovered the dead body, the girl has run away. They plotted amongst themselves, carried the body and dumped it somewhere in Masiluta.
Can you imagine?
And that's how police discovered the body. But the girl who is involved has also been
identified.
She's 23 years old. She's called Shakira Natukunda. Apparently, she's part of a clique that targets rich men. So they targeted this guy. They saw, that is our next target.
Yes.
So they sent her to go with this guy.
She trapped herself on him.
Yes.
Okay.
So she again trapped her.
Okay.
So she went into the room with him. Apparently, for her plan was to steal only his valuables. So she apparently, for her, she said she drugged him and robbed from him, withdrew money from his phone.
Yes.
And then disappeared.
How did she get the pin?
I don't know, but that's how they discovered some money had been withdrawn off his phone. Then she disappeared. So
imagine you go for pleasure and you die.
You die just like that. And your wife is here struggling, saying, my husband is missing.
Okay. Pamela.
I don't know, but looking for an old man, I don't waste my time.
And you find him okay, if he's the father of your children, your husband, you can be concerned, bandibanga bakoze eki agudde mbazigu, but then they give you a report that he was in a lodge. By the way, some
You get
people's
mad.
depression has no medicine.
Hey,
How can you recover from that?
you recover.
How?
How? No, you have to recover.
To umbe, as we conclude, what else do you have for me? Yeah.
What else we have? Well, I think that's it. Basically, that's it.
There was that rape story you were telling me before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The rape story. This happened in Chiruhura district, where the LC5, actually the deputy LC5, he's
Yes.
called Atuhaire Adson. He's just 30 years old. He raped a campus girl.
Yes.
Apparently, he met this girl earlier in this month, around 8th of September. They met as he was asking for directions to some bar. So she's the one who gave them directions in their car, in Toyota Premio. So he got her contact. So recently, he calls her up and says, let's go have a drink. You know, campus girl, she was excited. She's like, yeah. They go out, sits in his car, and they go somewhere, buy some snacks and buy some drinks. And then on the way back, he actually raped her. On their way back to the hostel, because he picked her from the hostel in Retondo.
Okay,
Area,
I don't want to
sub-county
sound
there.
sarcastic, and I don't want to sound like I'm a sadist, but a man calls you. You're
Yeah.
at campus, takes you out,
Yeah.
you drink. You think he's your brother, or you think he's what? Before having that conversation.
Hold on.
Now, what
So because he has
fam,
taken me out for a drink or two,
I know where you're going with
He-
that conversation of yours. I've had it since 2019. It is just the same thing you see. You say, but gwengo muwala omukulu. Have that discussion before you go.
which discussion?
Tugenda. Naye tugenda laba ku black.
But you
So
say,
that I spend my money knowing.
no.
And by the way, some of
Hold
you...
on.
Yes.
Hold on. If you have called me out,
Yes.
for instance, for a first date, I believe we were first getting to know each other somehow. That is not in the cards. Or even if it was in the cards, do you do it forcefully? I mean, it's supposed to be a mutual thing. That if you go out with me and I am interested,
Yes.
then
You
things
see,
can go down.
A lot of things can go wrong in between the time I'm buying you liquor, food, and that enjoyment. Maybe oyinza okuvaako obanze nenvaako. I'm not saying I support rape. But then for some people,
No.
for some women, by the way, for some women, sorry to say this, but for some women, they like over being begged.
Auntie,
So
now,
some
you people have had
some
it-
men misinterpret these things. Nagenda okudda mu senses ze nga asaze line. Okitegeera, when they've crossed the line and it's rape.
I would somehow understand if they were in a compromising situation, that this guy had invited her over to his place. She went to his place, they stayed for some time. By the time you accept to go to a guy's place, psychologically, you know that something might happen. You get it?
Yes.
And he also knows something might happen because it's a compromising situation.
Yes.
But if you have just said, let's go out to a neutral place, buy groceries, buy snacks, drink a little bit, and then you're taking me back to where I'm supposed to be, then in between that journey, you don't have a right to
In
just
your entire-
pounce on me and
in
start
your
doing funny
entire
things.
adult life.
Yeah.
I want you to be honest. So as a stan,
Yes.
haven't you ever said no when your no is a yes?
I've ever said no when my no is a yes.
That's enough.
No!
Ah.
No, it is not.
We
it
are
does
done.
not- No, these are two different things, by the way. You know it's a yes, but leading someone on in some way.
let me
You say,
ask,
oh,
let me-
no. But you know you're leading someone on. But then they say